I'd like to call the June Urbana Township meeting to order. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome everybody, thanks for coming everybody. We go through our normal ritual of business items, and then we'll come to the public comment period time. We'll have to talk to you guys, let you guys give us whatever you'd like to talk about. Be great, thank you. All right, let's go with the minutes of the previous meeting have been distributed by both to Roger and Blair. And are there any corrections to the minutes or previous meeting and or the financial status reports that you've seen earlier?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept the meetings of the last minutes of the last meeting and the financial report last meeting.
I second it.
Okay, that's been okay. I like to entertain. You got the motion. Okay. It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes and the financial status reports. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Very good. Got that, Sam?
Yep, I
You
got it.
sign?
I think you,
Yep.
I think you already signed it,
Good
so
enough.
you're good.
All right. We're gonna move on to road and maintenance report. This is more or less Richard. Some of the things that Richard's worked on the last month since the previous meeting. Been heavily mowing and trimming, mostly roadside and cemetery. Along with Blair and myself, we're helping out with some of the roadside mowing at Boggles Run, Moore's Run. Oh, that's right, Richard, sorry, the Woodburn, Grandview, and then Blair and I have helped out in some of the cemeteries, the local cemetery in Grandview and the Wind Cemetery with some weed eating.
In the Baptist.
Yep, the Baptist Cemetery right there. Mostly going back and forth with Grandview Cemetery. That's about once a week, and all the others. Trees, we had to remove a couple trees at Briarwood for some drainage issues, and we had a down tree on Woodburn Road, so we had to get that cleaned up. And then Blair and Richard have been out doing some chemical vegetation control along the utility poles all through all the township roads. Helped us mow a lot more efficiently and we get some of those weeds killed around the poles and telephone poles, that type of thing. So. And then Richard went out and repaired some of the berm work out on 3 Mile and Dugan. Did a lot of bringing some of that gravel up against the road berm so it doesn't get broken off with the tractors and trucks and traffic that we have out. And then we had one funeral that we were supporting back on June 5th and 6th. So. In a nutshell, that's Richard's road and maintenance report. Anybody have any questions or any additions to that? Richard or Roger or Blair?
Nope.
And we will continue with the mowing here. Richard's on mowing session 2. I think we do about 4 or 5 a summer. So he's on session number 2. Just started today mowing again those township roads. So. Okay.
And Sean.
Now we're going to go into the zoning and cemetery report. Blair, you have
Yeah.
you have his
For Sean, just wrote a couple zoning permits and cemetery, like you said, we did do a burial on the 25th, oh, I'm sorry, it was on the 6th. And we'll get into this in new business about the LUC meeting, so that's everything that we'll have to talk about on new business. That's
Okay.
it for that.
Very good. All right. Roger, anything? No? Okay. We're going to move on to old business. We'll address anything on the old business side of things. Roger, Blair, have anything to bring up on the old side business?
Just a couple things. I met we got the trees removed from Briarwood. We're still waiting on Bo to fix the tiles. He was scheduled to do it one day and it rained us out, so, you know, if you miss your turn, I mean, it takes another couple weeks to get back on the list. We also need to, you mentioned that Richard did some burn work. We also need to do a little chemical spraying alongside 3 Mile and Dugan on a couple places to kill some of the sod so we can pull some of the gravel back in. So that's not going to be a big deal, just a couple quarter-mile sections that we have to do. You guys installed road signs on Edgar and Durr. And the other one is they completed the annexation of Van Crest and 200 plus acres from the township to the city as of May 31st. So that's now out of our hands and into the city. So I'm on the board of the CP, and there's been quite a bit of interest in that ground. So there'll probably be some other things start to move towards that other annexed property that was between the cemetery and the community center. So that will be off of our fire runs and
When does that start officially?
EMS. I think it was June 1st that they're officially off
Okay.
of us.
So we may see a difference.
We should see a difference. That's why I had on Old Businessman.
Very good. Roger, anything?
No.
I do not have any I guess I could address it. One thing was the signs. You did bring up the signs. We replaced a couple signs on the Edinger and Deer Run over near Tecumseh Woods. Heavily faded, and Edinger was damaged over years of time, so we went ahead and got those exchanged. And we got Boggles Run, keeps getting knocked over by a driver. We don't know who or where, how it happens, but 2 times this summer it's happened, so already we're kind of scared for the new sign. We'll see what happens. And then Sandy, you have any more additional to the
No.
old business? Okay. Very good. Okay, we'll move to new business. Roger, Blair, anything?
Yes, we have, I think we had an invitation to, we have to address, and this is from Sean. Sean's been working on, there's been a property up on Edgewood Avenue and off of South and Central that has not been mowed. And Sean's been working with LUC about how to properly get this on the books, and if they're not going to take care of it, you know, how we can, you know, structure this that if they're not going to find someone to mow it, that the township's going to mow it. We have to establish rates about what we're going to charge. That's all going to have to be done next meeting. So on the 25th of
June.
Yeah, 25th of June, LUC's putting on a nuisance workshop they're going to go ahead and invite the whole county. So the 3 trustees and the zoning officer are all going to go up, and they're going to outline about the process that we have to go through to be able to legally, and then once that, we'll have to go through BZA, I mean, that's going to have to be approved, and then that's going to have to be added to our zoning manual, exactly what our new parameters are going to be. The old ones it's just too vague, so they want to update, LUC's going to update the whole county. So they said they're going to take this opportunity and make this county-wide, so we'll go through that. So next meeting, we'll have some ordinances we'll have some ordinances that we'll have to approve and then go to the next step with the zoning commission.
That makes sense. Hopefully it's a good
Yeah.
training session for us.
So I know there's been calls about property up there. So, but again, we got to go through the proper steps. So anyway, that's all I have for that. One new business.
Roger, any
No.
new business? Sandy, any new business?
No.
Okay. Moving on pretty quickly here.
Yeah, how about you?
I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the bill payments, allow Sandy to distribute and mail checks for approved payments.
So moved.
I'll second that.
It is a move and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Very good. And then announcements, I do have an announcement for the next meeting time is July 21st, for next month. So just wanted to update you that, and it's on our website too, if anybody needs that or needs to familiarize yourself. What else?
And also on the website, you know, just if you go on the website, there's places to leave questions for trustees. So,
Oh, yeah. Yes, there is. It's been a while since we had a question on the website. We do have an email address though, just for some of you guys that may not know, it's trustees@urbana-township.com, and you can ask a question anytime, and we'll get back to you right away. It's what usually is our method and our style, our plan, so works pretty good. We get a couple here and there. It's been a while, probably been a month or two since we've had one of those, so. But if you need something like that quickly and in between meeting times, that's one way you can use it. But it's out there on the website. You can go to our Urbana-township.com, and that'll get you to, you can see the link there, or just click on it, or help you out, so. I think I'm correct on all that, it's been a while. Okay, so now we came to public comment pretty quickly in a short amount of time. We had a light load tonight, so we're gonna move to public comment. And just wanted to familiarize you guys with some recent rules that we did a while back. We want you to be signed in, and you guys did a good job signing in, and we want you to state your name and your address so we know where you're at. In the past, a while ago, the reason why we do it is we had some people show up that weren't even in our township. And so we wanted to have an address so we have an idea. And 5-minute time limit, that's plenty of time. And once you get down to about a minute left, we'll let you know, we'll remind you. And we won't comment back and forth, we want to give you the full 5 minutes of your time. And that way we'll wait till the end. If we have anything that we can help you with, we'll do that, so. And right now we got, I think Joe.
I think they signed in
Yeah,
first.
Joe, Mr. Jackson, I'll take it.
I'm Joe Jackson, I'm 1340 Muggy Road,
Thanks, sir.
but I own property in the township, but I'm living in the city. Okay. Our concern is the property that you were addressing about going to be on the 21st, about the grass not being mowed there.
Where is that, Mr. Jackson? The property you're talking about?
The center street and Beach Street, I want to make a correction too, it's not Central and Beach, it's Center.
I'm sorry.
Center.
Center and Beach.
I'm sorry about that. So,
The property at Center and Beach Street,
Okay.
that I believe a cell phone tower company owns or something like that they are neglecting to mow the grass there.
it's an LLC out of Dublin, Ohio.
He's got paperwork with their address.
Yeah,
on it.
yeah,
Okay.
Sean has it too.
Oh,
Dave.
okay.
Yeah, he's already made a contact and they're haven't answered back yet. He's been up and the auditor's given him all of this. There was 2 different contacts that was given to Sean to send letters to. LUC even sent a letter out to them, just to try to get some conversation going. So no one's commented back.
So my understanding is by the next meeting, you're gonna have some type of an ordinance code that you're gonna be able to throw to them, telling them
Correct,
this is this way, or you're gonna be charged this and that.
correct.
Okay, so we're looking at probably July, at the end of July before anything will happen.
Yeah, probably, again, could be.
And it's already,
I
that's
know.
why.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah,
My mom and I used to mow that for years,
Yeah.
just to get it down.
yeah.
Larry did too.
Yeah.
I found it for-
But that's pretty much what we're.
Yeah,
yeah.
As a group.
Well, we appreciate that. But Sean's been,
Okay.
that's what's kind of got this whole thing started with LUC, and then just going through and doing a thing with all the trustees and all the zoning officers in the township. And
Should we complain on the trustee.com thing about that, so you have a record to send
if
to
you want
them?
to be public record, that's a,
Or this meeting is actually doing it right now too,
Yeah.
so,
Okay,
yeah, this meeting is equivalent to that, so,
okay,
but that's fine. You can do it either way.
okay.
And, we're giving you the best information. I think Blair has the latest on this, all this, so everything that you hear tonight is pretty much what the latest. I would be able to answer to you on an email or to reply in on electronically, so,
Okay,
but, yeah.
good. I'm good.
Any more on that, Blair?
I shouldn't have been, I know I said we shouldn't have commented back. I'm sorry, I took your,
Oh, no.
I didn't mean
you're
to
all
step on your time, guys.
right. That doesn't matter.
Go ahead,
You
sir.
I
guys
got it
do
all
have
out.
this letter?
Pardon, sir?
See, you guys do have one of these letters?
Yeah, if you wanna leave us a copy of anything you have, sir, we can do that.
Cause it's got a contact thing on here.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you guys had that or not.
I haven't seen it.
We just have the information the auditor gave us as far as where their tax information goes. And the taxes are paid to date.
You guys paid a copy of that or do you even want?
Sir, I'll be glad to take a copy
Yeah,
of that.
take a copy.
That's what they sent
Thank
me.
you, thank you very much.
Is it Daryl, sir? Daryl, thank you.
You're what?
Yeah, it's got my name on it.
Oh, really?
Letter there, 'cause they sent some.
Oh, they sent that to us. The company did?
It gives like permission to use it temporary, like for guests.
You need somebody to park, they don't need
Oh,
permission
really?
for us on that
Yes, but
neighborhood.
then they put the no trespassing sign.
And then they put
later.
a no trespassing sign in it, but I don't know whatever happened to that.
That's a good question. Is it they,
Um,
this company did?
Yeah.
A no trespassing sign?
You
Somebody,
can't see them.
You can't, yeah.
You can't see it now, I see
yeah,
it.
it's under the weeds.
Now it's starting to come together. I think Richard brought that up. He saw no trespassing signs.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you very much.
Let's see.
That's what we have.
And Mrs. Jackson, anything for you? Same thing, right? And okay, then, Mr. Evilsizer, we have you up for next, if you you have anything, a name or address?
Who is responsible for safety matters at the cemetery? That's one question. Who has been doing the spraying throughout the township, for the township? What chemicals have been sprayed and where? How deep are foundations that are poured for monument bases? Who has been digging these monument bases? And what right does the township and the cemetery staff have to leave open foundations for in excess of 2 weeks as an extreme safety hazard to people that walk through there?
Jim?
Is that it, sir?
I'm sorry,
Is that all your questions?
that's it for me. And I know you responded to these previous questions, you don't respond to mine.
If we have an answer, we will.
So how did everyone else get their answers tonight?
We may be able to answer, Blair, I don't know.
I can answer, some of them. I do the spraying. And I have to, by law, I have to keep a log of all my spraying. And I keep that current, so I don't know how else to apply that. I got my commercial spraying license.
I'm sorry,
I have my commercial springs license. So it's legal with everything that I'm doing is within the law. The label is the law, so.
in your opinion,
No, the label is the law. It's not my opinion. It's the
what
opinion
you
of.
said that the things you are doing are within the law. That is your opinion. I'm not gonna argue with you about it.
No,
That was just your
and
understanding.
I appreciate that.
And
You have to understand that the label is the law. The label on the chemical bottle is the law. It's not my opinion, it's what the manufacturer says.
No, what you stated was that you've been following it according to the law.
I've been following application rates as stated on the label, which is the law.
And that's your opinion, what you've been doing. But nonetheless, may I get a copy of those logs, please?
Yeah, I'll get you a copy.
Appreciate
I'm
that.
glad to
Thank
do
you.
that.
Anything else, Blair, on those questions?
Give me,
Safety, and who's in charge of safety, that's all township, more or less, I mean, anybody in charge of our safety. Spraying, that's Blair, and how deep are the foundations, I don't know.
Yeah.
We have a depth measurement.
correct. Usually at least 32 inches is what they call.
32 inches?
Mhm.
You don't really think it's proper to leave a 32-inch open hole that anyone could trip and fall into, or wildlife, or any person that goes walking or jogging through the cemetery, especially in excess of 2 weeks?
Yeah, correct. Again, that was supposed to be, hopefully, City of Urbana was supposed to pour that every day since.
But regardless, I
I know.
think the city of Urbana is responsible for the safety of that spot.
Correct.
That answers that. Any
And
more?
as far as who's digging them?
Sean and I did.
Oh, okay, forgive me, if you said that, I didn't hear you, I
No,
apologize.
no, Sean and I
I
did.
couldn't find that question, thank you. Yeah, your hand up.
Yeah, yeah, that's part of the reason that there's a delay now with the city, because the city can't find anyone to dig their foundations, so. This was all supposed to be done, that's why we had to hand mix and pour cement, because the city just can't find people to dig foundations. They still haven't found people to dig the foundations, so. So anyway, so hopefully we'll get something on. But I agree, that should have been covered.
We can make a note of that.
Well, that, like I said, that's, anyway, I
Okay.
don't know what else there is to.
Mr. Evasizer, is there anything else on that?
That should do it, I appreciate
Okay.
it, thank
And
you so
what's your
much.
address, Mr. Evasizer?
You know where I live.
I'm not sure.
You've been to my house,
Yes, I don't know your address though.
yes, you
And
have.
I put it here, but I'd like to have you.
Urbana Township,
That's Siglin. You live at Urbana Township?
I
Right
live in
here?
Urbana Township.
You live at this
You know
residence?
where I live, I don't know why you have to be such a clown about it.
I'm just asking you, everybody else did it tonight.
Or, I don't care what everyone else did. I live in Urbana Township, I'm a registered voter
Okay.
and resident here, and candidate for trustee.
Sounds good. Thank you. Anybody else have comments tonight? Okay, very good, thank you. Is there any further business? I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So move.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The meeting is adjourned at 5:24.